Sure, I'm the author of The Industries of the Future. It's been translated into 24 languages. And the idea is this: if the 25 years from 1993 to 2018, if those 25 years were the story of digitization, this book is about what's next. It's about 2019 to 2029 on a range of topics from data analytics to artificial intelligence and robotics to understanding what skills we're going to need to compete and succeed in that world. So it's about what's after the internet as the world's big innovations. They should read the whole book. But if they were to focus on one thing, I would really focus on what I wrote about geography. What are the geography of future markets? So if you're a CEO, you have to focus on product, you have to focus on people, but you also have to focus on your human capital, but you also have to focus on where are your real market opportunities, where are the best places you can sell into. And I think that there's going to be a lot of change in this respect. So I would point CEOs toward the section on the geography of future markets. I think that in a world where software and computer code is so powerful, what makes us human grows more important than ever. Because I don't want to live in a world where machines are always telling humans what to do. I want humans to be telling machines what to do. And so I actually think that as we build technical skills, as we build scientific skills, as we build those kinds of skills, I think we need to focus on that which also makes us most human. Communications, emotional intelligence, behavioral psychology, and understanding of these things which you can't really turn into AI. You can't really turn into computer code. Look, ecosystems matter. There's no question. Collaboration, business-to-business collaboration to develop markets makes a lot of sense. But at the end of the day, from an equity standpoint, companies do matter because shareholders matter. And while individual talent, I think, will be more mobile, maybe being less employer-based and being more project-based, I do think that companies themselves remain as important today as they were 50 years ago. Yeah, so first of all, I think that Europe needs to assert itself, and not just from a regulatory standpoint. I'm so tired of the European position in this global battle between the American platforms and the Chinese platforms, just thinking about Brussels-based regulation. Enough. Yes, companies need to pay their taxes. Yes, there have to be European values that are stewarded if people want to do business here. But the best thing for Europe to do is actually have some of their own companies and to create an environment that better enables their growth. So it is still too regulatory environment. There's too little access to high-risk early-stage capital. So it's interesting. It's like Europe is a spectator watching the battle between the US and China, even though the talent is here, even though there is capital here, even though there are markets here. So you've got to take a less bureaucratic approach to it. No, you've got to get away from thinking that some old bureaucrat in Brussels with a white shirt and a red tie is going to sit and write rules for how technology is going to work. No. You can levy some fines, you can give some speeches, but ultimately, what really changes and reshapes markets and economies is entrepreneurship. There's nothing about these Americans or Chinese that makes them more intelligent or more able than their European counterparts. What they have are resources and an environment that better enables them than what is the case here in Europe. That's a very good and very important question, because we are losing a lot of our collective institutions. I think first of all, I don't think that Harari is entirely accurate. He takes a very dystopian view. I do think that whenever there have been seismic technological changes, humans have proven resilient, and they've proven resilient in the collective. I do think, though, that we need to change the religion that is only focused on shareholder value and stock price. We do need to value other aspects of our humanity, because a lot of the focus, I think, on stock price, on shareholder value, creates this hyper-individualistic approach to things where everybody's sense of themselves is just being measured by how much money they have. And that, I think, works against the interests of the collective.